What's going on, YouTube world? We're Batman. Well, not really. We're just pretending to be it. But welcome to a new episode of BS Commentaries. I am your host, Mike. And of course, I am joined by my amazing co host, KHart. What's going on, dude?
I am vengeance. I'm getting vengeance for having to sit through TMNT 3.
Well, I will say this. This is definitely going to be a better movie than last time. So, as everybody is aware, today we are doing The Batman. Robert Pattinson. It just came out just 3 months ago?
Yeah, 3 months ago.
Yeah, it came out 3 months ago, man. I mean, this movie, this was definitely a movie that everybody was excited about. It was just, we'll get into it a little bit later, but it was an absolute brilliant movie that the DC Marvel universe needed. They needed to have this movie.
Right. You're not lying.
So for everybody who is still new to the channel, if you guys want to join along with us, if you want to watch the movie and listen to us commentate it while you watch it, be sure to if you have the DVD. I don't know if I don't even think the DVD.
No, I think the only thing that's come out so far has been digital.
Okay,
maybe
so
Blu-ray, but yeah.
But if you have HBO Max, pull up the Batman, and when we say 3, 2, 1, go ahead and press the play button, and we will get started. But I will say this, KHart and I, we've done a lot of really cool movies. We just got done with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles trilogy. We were really excited about that, except for the third movie. But this one is definitely a good one to do. And then, of course, tomorrow we're going to have a guest on here, and we're going to do Tim Burton's Batman. So kind of like making up for missing last week. We're going to be doing 2 straight podcasts, but KHart won't be a part of that one. But KHart here is in the process. Aren't you in the process of moving?
I have to get some financials situated, so not quite, but yeah. I hope you go, man. Soon.
All right. So are we all set though?
We are all set. Gotta hit the play button.
All righty. We are at the Batman. And then of course, I'm going to go ahead. So I just pressed. Whoops. Okay. I had to skip the ad. Did you have to skip an ad too?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So are we all set at the 0 second mark?
Yes, we are.
All righty. And for everyone, please stay with us. This is going to be a 3-hour long podcast. So we are all set. We are ready. KHart in 3, 2, 1.
All right.
Here we go. Warner Brothers now. So we get back to Warner Brothers. Of course, the DC Marvel universe, or not DC Marvel universe, just the DC universe.
Yeah.
My God, dude, I'm getting chills already.
Really? Nothing's happened yet.
I know, but it's just. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Is Batman spying on people right now?
See, I don't even think it's Batman who's doing this part.
I do like how they began the movie like this with an opera solo. Like that's a really big. That is a famous art opera piece.
Yeah. Yeah.
A ninja.
This one I couldn't get enough of those.
Stab him! Stab him! Stab him! See that? Oh, okay. So yeah, right there. Like that was like when I was watching this in the movie theaters. That absolutely confused the hell out of me.
You were wondering why?
Yeah, I was wondering what the hell was going on at that point, and I was just like, it was like, it took me like about a couple seconds to realize, oh, that must be his kid.
Mhm. Yeah,
By the way,
TJ.
I did find out about this movie. This was so like the Dark Knight trilogy. The Batman was filmed in Chicago.
Something about Chicago, even though ironically Gotham is closer aligned to New York City.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just glad Ben Affleck was not part of this one, because if he would have been part of
Well,
this, I don't think I could have watched it.
well, no, because then it would. Well, the premise was that this Batman was always going to be a new one, so there's no way they would have had him be a Batman two separate times. So that wouldn't have made sense. But yeah, Rob was a really good pick.
Hmm. So initially, back in 2013, this movie was actually the development actually began in 2013.
Wow,
After Ben Affleck got casted as Batman, um, and he was actually signed to direct, produce, and co-write and star in this movie.
that's embarrassing. You do all that just to not be in the movie.
I swear to God, the Riddler looks like something that Jigsaw would. It looks like Jigsaw's uh, partner in crime.
I don't know. I don't know why they gave him that fit.
I don't know, because like the Riddler, seriously, the
It's
Riddler wasn't.
colorful,
Yeah, the Riddler wasn't insane. He wasn't some insane murderer.
right? He's a,
Jeez, ow, God,
but yeah.
Jesus, that was an interesting way to start the movie. Like, not even 10 minutes in, and we got someone that's been killed.
What even is that?
You know, I have no. It looks. I don't know what the hell that is. Let me see if it says it right here. It doesn't say what kind of weapon that was.
Yeah. When I saw it in the theaters, I thought it was a hammer, but it's like the bottom doesn't
I
even
thought
say
I
it.
thought it was too. I honestly thought it was a hammer as well.
Man, if you kill me and then start heavy breathing over me, I'm coming back to life. But you no, stop it.
It's like he's trying to imitate Darth Vader, and he's doing just an absolute terrible job at it. But Paul Dano, by the way, Paul Dano was casted as the Riddler. And from what I'm looking at, it wasn't Edward Nigma. His name was not Nigma. It was Edward Nashton, which doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, because the Riddler has always been Edward Nigma. So I don't understand why they would change the last name for all of a sudden.
Some of the best lines you'll ever hear.
Mm-hmm. And as we see, Robert Pattinson, at least he didn't sparkle when the sunlight hit his face.
No.
What the fuck? Dude, this guy's trying to look like a. What is that even on his head? Is that like a
I think that's a
marshmallow?
line. I thought that was a line.
Like that looks
So
like a parody of Marshmallow, the whatever the disc jockey's
yeah.
name is.
Yeah.
Look like Joker wannabes.
No, so that's the Joker's gang,
Is that what it is?
which doesn't make a whole lot of sense because Joker doesn't exist yet. Or actually, no, he
Also,
does, but yeah,
if you remember, the Joker gang, it that didn't happen until Batman Beyond. If you
right,
remember, like when
yes,
Batman Beyond came, the gang was called the Jokers.
yeah, because the Joker was already, I think, dead at that point in time.
Mhm.
So,
I remember seeing a TikTok video of how Batman gets ready for the night, and it was a woman just like putting on her makeup and everything.
I mean,
That was
it's not inaccurate.
oh no, it really is not inaccurate because like how long does it? Good God, like what? I think it's funny of how like is it kind of like a movie cliche like when it's raining it's just pouring down like that and it's raining that
Yes,
hard.
yes.
God, I mean it's such a cliche.
Right.
Ha ha, you got hit by a car. That was a little bit of karma on that point.
Bro, think he about to get packed up over some graffiti.
Right.
Yeah.
The soundtrack, of course, in this like just the music that they did do in this movie was actually really good. It was absolutely flawless.
Right.
And as you can tell, that is the subway in Chicago. Like, I just find it hilarious that another Batman movie was filmed in Chicago.
Yeah. So the Joker that's got um only got half his face painted. He's actually a Robin in a different show called Titans. That's also on HBO
Oh
Max.
yeah,
You
I
should
forgot
check that
about
out.
that.
Yeah, I noticed it immediately. I was like, oh, there's no way. But yeah, so he could technically be Titan in two different universes, not Titan, Robin in two different universes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be something. Because there's already going to be a second one of these.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
they already said that there's a sequel being made.
yeah. My question is if this is another hard Batman reset, does that mean that we're getting a different Harley Quinn or are we getting the same one?
I don't know. By the
Yeah.
way, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I think I'm doing it right, but Jay like Hergo, I think that's his name. Plays Titans Tim Drake in season 3.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it.
He's Batman.
My
I
thing
mean,
is you saw the leader get his ass whooped. So why are all y'all going to try and circle around like something
mhm,
different about to happen? I don't understand that. Like they get maybe a couple hits in tops, and that's on from behind.
exactly. I mean, and first of all, like he just like Robert Pattinson beat the shit out of that leader.
Yeah. How do you have the
Now,
dexterity to still fire a gun after being stunned?
that's what
How do
that
you
was one
do
of I
that?
actually laughed in the movie when I saw that. Like I thought it was funny that he had a taser in his hand.
Right.
But so really the premise of this is like Batman is just now starting out as Batman, but from what he said in the beginning, he's been 2 years into Batman. I think
Right.
that's what I think that's what he
No,
said.
no, no.
I
You
think
got
that's what he
it.
said.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if Batman Begins did the same thing where it was like the early years. I don't recall,
Wait
but
a minute. You say don't hurt me, but yet you just saw him beat up the guys who were hurting you.
yeah.
Now, by the way, I was actually I'm not going to lie. I was actually shocked that I saw Jeffrey Wright playing James Gordon.
Why were you shocked?
I didn't expect. I didn't know who was actually going to play him because
I don't think they announced it. I think it was a surprise.
yeah, that's what I was. That's why I was so surprised. I did not see Jeffrey Wright actually as the guy to play James Gordon. And for people wondering who are listening to this, it had nothing to do with the fact that Jeffrey Wright is African American. That's not what I mean. I want to get that out right there. That had nothing to do with it. I just didn't think that Jeffrey Wright was actually going to be the actor that played him. Because I'm pretty sure that's what people are thinking, like when I said that. I just wanted to make sure I got that out of there. Did he just call him a freak?
Yes. Yeah, he that gets thrown around a lot.
By the way, for people who don't know, Jeffrey Wright, absolute brilliant actor. By the way,
Yeah.
he's been in the Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, and No Time to Die James Bond movies, and I love him. I think Jeffrey Wright is actually a great actor.
Right. If I'm quiet in this segment, is in this part of the movie, it's because this is just some of the coldest detective work that we get from
Mm-hmm.
Batman on cinema. Because we don't really get the detective side in the older movies. Like it's just all fight scenes and car chases. We
Mm-hmm.
hardly ever get detective work.
Yeah, like you said, like listening to the detective work. I mean, I actually like that part because really, like in the Dark Knight series, we really did not get that detective side of it, except for I want to say one scene in the Dark Knight.
I think it was when he figured out that there were two separate bombs that were going to go off at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And so he had to choose between either Harvey or the chick who
Rachel,
played, I
yeah,
forget her name. Yeah, Rachel. I was about to say Mary Jane, but you know who I meant.
Mary Jane. Did Spider-Man's girlfriend move to Gotham?
Yeah. Yeah.
They lie. Or excuse me, he lies still. Excuse me, he lies still. I actually answered the riddle inside the movie theater, like I was whispering it because I. You're a douche. I don't think that. Oh God, who the hell was that? Who the hell was this guy? Shit.
You talking about the cop?
Yeah, there we go. Pete Savage. I think that's. Isn't
That's
he
a hell of a
commissioner?
name. That's a hell of a name. Pete Savage.
Or no, wait. No, I think this is a William Kinsey. I think he was a corrupt cop in this one.
Right. Corrupt cop. Art imitates life, I guess.
Hmm.
But it happens.
Yeah, honestly, when I was watching this movie in the theaters, I had to make sure I paid attention. I didn't want to miss one little detail about this
Yeah,
movie. And I just noticed Batman's got a collar. He's got a big collar
has
with the
to.
cape.
He has to.
Mm. Oh, and here it is, Nirvana's song. I love that that was the theme of this movie. Like it gives me chills knowing that Nirvana uh that what is it? Smells like spirit. No, not smells like spirit. Teen Spirit. Damn it. Um mhm.
Such a good song.
Oh my god, it one of my all-time favorite Nirvana songs. Something in the Way, by the way. Sorry, I can't believe I couldn't remember the song title, but yeah, Something in the Way by Nirvana. Um Man, I wish Kurt Cobain would never have died because he was such a brilliant musician. There it is. There's that bridge that Batman in the Dark Knight jumped over the bridge in Batman Begins. Seriously, I know I keep harping on this, but what is it about Chicago? What is it about the city of Chicago that screams Batman?
Uh, there's a couple things.
You think?
I mean, it's a gritty area, and you want grit when you have Batman around.
I also, Chicago is known for rampant crime as well.
So it makes perfect sense.
I think the two cities that is known for rampant crime, that's not like big cities, but just like big cities in itself, is Chicago and Detroit.
Oh yeah, Detroit is crazy. Okay, why
Okay,
isn't this a thing yet? How is this not
I
real?
yeah, like how is that? Like seriously, I love how movies can make technology like this come to life, but we can't.
Do it for real. Like
Yeah,
what?
like seriously, like what the fuck? In the way.
And they let this play on for a while too in the
Mm-hmm.
background, which kind of surprised me a little bit.
Yeah.
Because songs and movies usually don't last that long, but this one lasted
Yeah,
for a good three,
they
four
made
minutes.
Nirvana's song go on for a good few. I think they almost played the whole song.
Yeah.
And so again, about the little like the eye contact in Batman's eye, like that actually confused me about this because Batman never really had technology like that. Like he never had something like that went into his eyes while he was fighting crime. So that was the kind of like the surprise technology in this movie
I
for Batman.
I don't think well, because so remember in those movies and even the cartoons, he never really does detective work. It's kind of already the answer is kind of usually right in front of him, so he
Yeah.
doesn't have to go looking for it. So
Andy Serkis for playing Alfred, of course.
man, pick a universe and stay in it. At least don't die in this one too.
And as we know, Serkis is very well known for playing Caesar in the Planet of the Apes reboot. Excuse me. And of course, he he was in Venom. Let There Be Carnage. What other movies was he in?
He was in Black Panther too.
Oh,
The
what?
first one.
You know what?
That's where
You
he
know what?
died.
So real quickly. Oh,
Yeah.
dude! Spoiler! I've actually never seen Black
I
Panther.
thought you've seen it already. You haven't. Wow. Anyway,
I watched it and I fell asleep, so I need to finish watching
he
it.
wasn't okay. He wasn't like a prime time player in the movie. Like, let's
Oh,
come on.
okay, I see.
Yeah, he was more supporting cast, if anything. So like, his death was not a big deal.
Hmm. By the way, he played Baloo in Mowgli: Legend of the Jungle,
Oh,
which
you mean the live action?
mhm.
Okay.
I didn't think that was a great movie, by the way. I did not think that was actually a really good Jungle Book movie.
Wow, nobody likes the live action movies.
Well, I mean, you just can't compare to the animation of, like, Walt Disney with the original Jungle Book. I mean,
Well, why
it's
not?
hard.
Well, then why not just give us updated graphics or visuals then, instead of going
Mhm.
live action? Do that. That makes more sense. That makes way more sense.
Mhm.
But what do I know? What do I know?
I can actually is someone using the dryer in your place?
Yes,
I thought so.
yeah. I'm trying to move around and find a better spot, but that motherfucker's loud. I'm trying my best. Let me see if I can close the door right quick. I'll be 1 second.
The thing about that I have about Robert Pattinson, or actually I don't have an issue with Robert Pattinson, but everybody just had such dude, look at that house, by the way. That did not look like a house. That looks like an ancient castle in England. Holy shit. I didn't notice. How the hell did I not notice it the first time? But for everybody who doesn't know, really, Robert Pattinson got his big beginning in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, where he played Cedric Diggory. And of course, everybody knows Robert Pattinson as Edward Cullen in the Twilight series.
Yes, yes, we do.
I don't
Hey, that was a
like.
career-defining movie or franchise.
Well, yeah, of course. Well, of course it was. Yeah, that was definitely career defining. That's what really put Pattinson on the map.
Yep.
Um, I think another thing about what was it? Twilight was Taylor Lautner. He even got his start in that, of course, but his career just did not take off like Patson's did because it was a movie that he did. What the hell was it? Hang on a second.
I'm thinking of a movie, but I know it's not the movie you're talking about.
Abduction. He played in an action thriller called Abduction, and it was just a it was not a good, it was really not a good movie. And it was supposed to be like a James Bond type of feel to it.
Huh.
But apparently there was just mixed reviews, and there was just not enough reviews to really get the movie franchise going, and that's where his career started taking a downfall. And if you remember, he played in Grown Ups 2.
I don't remember that actually. I gotta go watch
Oh,
that.
dude, I will say this. That was one of the most cringe-worthy movies that he has ever been in, because he plays a stupid jock frat boy. I mean, it was terrible. But this movie had a budget, and I love what they. By the way, that's a really gruesome keychain. By the way,
Mhm.
so I love what Wikipedia says. So the budget was between 185 and 200 million dollars. It doesn't give an exact budget, which is absolutely hilarious.
Budget was way more. Had to be.
Yeah, I thought so too. Um, and of course, the box office, it made $764.5 million, which I was really surprised it did not make over $1 billion though.
Did your theater sell out when this movie came out?
So this is something that I had an issue with. So when I watched this movie, I watched it at 11 o'clock at night, and there was probably about 10 people in the
That's probably
theaters, and it was on a
wild.
Friday. It was on a Friday. The one thing about this movie that so this movie had one little bit. So there was two little bits of controversy behind this movie. And I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at it right now on Wikipedia, and it was class and conflict and inequality, and the depiction of Batman. Someone said that that the previous Batman films tend to reflect right-wing themes, which I think is stupid. I didn't even pay attention to that at all. And I thought that was the stupidest thing is that what was it? Critics they turned a good they decided to criticize a good movie and just turn it into some political bullshit, and I hate that. Because why comment on a great movie like this? Why turn it into something so stupid?
Yours or mine? That shit was cold. Are you kidding me?
Right?
Yours or mine?
Colin Farrell, by the way, playing the Penguin in this movie. Could you imagine actually being in that club and you're dancing, all of a sudden you look over like, hey, look, it's Batman.
Well, I don't even think Batman was well known yet to the public eye.
Really? Oh yeah, because they called him they called him a mask vigilante in the news. Yeah. They didn't really refer to him as Batman.
And that's how it always is. That's how it's supposed to be.
Dude, boing, Jesus.
But yeah.
Dude, that hurt. That hurt me. I'm not gonna lie, I did not know Colin Farrell was actually the Penguin until I saw the cast and crew, because they did a good job with his makeup.
Right. So depending on what iteration of Batman you watch and read, Bruce Wayne and Oswald Cobblepot are actually friends, depending upon which what you look into. Which is interesting.
Yeah, I like that actually. I like that, there's of course there's different depictions and everything, and in some of the DC universes, like you said, Batman and Oswald are good friends.
Yeah. Zoe.
Zoe Kravitz. Love it. And as you know, the daughter of Lenny Kravitz. Do you really want to deal drugs in front of Batman?
I mean, unless he's ready to take the whole place down, that's not what he's after. Woo!
Jesus, damn. I like that Robert Pattinson didn't do like a real serious voice like in the Dark Knight trilogy that what's his face did with Batman. He just did a normal type of voice. I think I am actually getting your audio. You're about ahead of me about 5 seconds.
Well, we're still in the same place.
Yeah, we're still in the same place. I mean, it doesn't matter really.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, one of the big things about this Batman movie that is, um, Patson did not try to do, um, he didn't try to do what the Christian Nolan Batman did, and it was, try to put that type of gritty type of voice, like what Christian Bale tried to do. He didn't try to do that gritty voice. He didn't try to put feeling into it. He just spoke in his normal tone of voice. He didn't try to disguise his voice,
I
which
don't. Yeah, I don't think the heavy voice was needed.
which I prefer that Batman uses his normal voice, because in every adaptation that I've seen of Batman, he does not try to he doesn't disguise his voice.
No.
I mean, uh Christian Nolan, for God's sakes, I mean, the in Batman Begins, he kind of had a little bit, he tried to disguise his voice a little bit by just, sounding a little raspy, which I didn't mind. But then in Dark Knight and then The Dark Knight Rises, it just sounded like he had throat cancer. It's true.
I don't
It's
know.
fucking
I don't
true.
know. I don't know what you get out of making your voice sound like that. I don't understand.
Oh, so there's a spoof of the interrogation scene on YouTube, and the guy who is playing the Joker, he's talking with Batman. He's like, "Oh, you want to kill me?" And he's trying hard. He says he can't understand him, and there was a deleted scene of it. He's like, "Okay, that's not a normal voice. That is either the voice of someone who has either smoked a fuckload of cigarettes or just never learned to talk." I actually gotta send you that link.
I can't wait for that.
Man, I will say this. I was actually going on a date this Saturday, but had to cancel because my date got a concussion.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
She's an in-home care assistant, and I guess one of her clients um took a swing at her, and she
Woo!
oh shit. Look at them silk white panties. Seriously, women don't wear those no more.
This is how you said it. They don't work. You don't gotta say it like that, man. We have female listeners.
They're gonna hate me.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
No, I was not trying to insult anybody, ladies. I assure you.
Yeah, so this is definitely Chicago. I recognize this area.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's.
Yep, there it is. Yeah, like everybody notices that part of Chicago is that little underpass.
I believe it's where the L train goes.
Yeah, that is where the L train goes. So, one thing about the Batman universe that I like, I don't know if you ever seen it, the Batman Hush.
Yes, seen it.
Okay, so that was one of my favorite animated Batman movies because it showed Batman, or it showed, of course, Bruce Wayne revealing his identity to Selina Kyle. And honestly, I loved, I feel like Selina Kyle and Bruce Wayne are just the two best couple, is actually the best couple in the Batman universe.
I can see that. I mean, I think everybody could.
Just snuck right up on her.
So the only thing I don't like about her costume is the headgear. It doesn't.
Yeah, it's just half a ski mask, really.
Yeah. It's either wear it or don't. Like it just doesn't. It just doesn't look good.
All right, so here is a great question for you. So, who was your favorite Catwoman of all time? Because there's been.
I don't think I have one, to be honest. Um,
I will say this. I don't mean to say put any. I'm not saying any hatred on it, but the Halle Berry Catwoman definitely is not my favorite. I just didn't like that movie per se.
I think it's
But
the
she.
costume that doesn't.
Mm-hmm. I did like Anne Hathaway though. I liked her in The Dark Knight Rises. But
I barely remember that one.
I know Michelle Pfeiffer, of course, in Batman Returns. Julie Newmar, though, actually was a really good one. And of course, Eartha Kitt. She actually played one of the Catwomen.
Facts.
But I did like Zoe in this one. I need to give Zoe the credit. She was a perfect pick for this version of Catwoman.
My only, yeah, like I said, the only thing I have with her is the headset. It's like, why? It just doesn't look good.
No, like I said, I mean, it was practically half a ski mask.
Exactly. So I was like, I didn't understand like what you can see. Like you're still showing your
Mm-hmm.
eye. Like you're not really protecting your nose because it's not a true mask. So yeah, but that's fine.
There was actually some criticism, by the way, to the portrayal of Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman in this, due to like some of the lines that she said. But again, that was just that. Again, it was stupid people just wanting to criticize for no good apparent reason. And it was, and again, like I said, I don't understand how people could criticize this movie, especially when they have no movie criticism. Uh, you know, they don't have experience when it comes to criticizing movies or critiquing movies. Um, if you don't have any experiences in movie critiquing, then don't give your take on it. But if you are like me and KHart, who have a really great understanding of the superhero, like the DC and the Marvel universe, and we watch this movie, then that we are definitely, we don't have any movie critiquing experiences, by the way,
Nope.
but we were able to give good critiques on movies that we do watch. Okay, that's some Saw shit right there. That
Oh
is something
yeah.
that is Jigsaw, right? That's why I'm saying that he's just like, I think he's Jigsaw's apprentice.
I'm
Dude,
trying.
his voice really creeped me out.
It's the mask.
It really is, yeah.
Yeah, he's giving like Hannibal Lecter vibes with his mask. But yeah,
Also, what the fuck kind of phone are you using? That's not even an iPhone he's using. That camera's horrible.
bro, using a Nokia. He's using a Nokia. Get that shitty ass camera, boy.
No. Let's go back to the volcano vibes. He's using a Motorola.
Like using a Motorola,
But no, getting back to what I was saying. So again, what I was talking about is people critiquing it. It was people who were more involved in politics. Like I know Ben Shapiro, he criticized this movie. And first of all, Ben Shapiro is a little bitch. I will put that out right now. Ben Shapiro is a little bitch. And like I said, like people who critique movies like that, they do not need to open their mouth and critique movies, especially when they give dumb critiques. Dude, Zoe's got some talons on her fingers.
Oh yeah, them, woo.
You got a lot of cats. That's because she's fucking Catwoman, dude.
Yeah. Well, shit, I think these are her early years as Catwoman too. I think
I
that's what
think
this
so
is.
too. I think
Yeah.
that's what they were going for in this movie, is that this is just, these are the early years of these anti-heroes / superheroes. So out of all the Batman movies, by the way, out of all the
Yeah.
Batman movies that have come out, I mean, where does this rank with you? Where does it like? Where
Oh,
does this rank?
so that's a two-layer question. Are we talking about all together, or are we talking about live action only? Because
So
I go ahead.
so I want to go ahead and say, so let me go ahead and point this out. So let's leave animated for another day.
Okay.
So let's just do live action because I think, or actually let me get your take on this one. You go ahead and talk about live action real quick and where this ranks
So
with you.
for live action, this is going to be my number two.
Hmm.
Um, the reason why number two is because I think it does everything so well, except for the villain. The villain doesn't really do it for me.
Mm.
And we're gonna see why in a minute, and I'll obviously bring it back. But the villain just doesn't really do it for me. I've never really, whether it's animated or live action, I've just never really enjoyed the Riddler. It's just not me. There's a whole rogues gallery of villains to use, and like the Riddler just doesn't do it for me. So number one is obviously going to be the Dark Knight. Um, that movie's hard to beat, and
You know
I
what?
think this movie comes very close, very very
So
close.
I agree with you 100%. You're absolutely right with the villain in this one. Like I said, you're absolutely right. The Riddler just doesn't do it for me. And that was the only issue that I had with this movie because if whenever people think of the Riddler, they don't think of a homicidal maniac like
Right,
he was portrayed in this. The Riddler is not supposed to be homicidal. He's an intellectual who tries to outwit Batman with very easy riddles.
right.
And again, you're absolutely right. When it
I,
comes to live action, The Dark Knight is number one because it was Heath Ledger that really defined the role of the Joker.
right. And we haven't had a good Joker since. May he rest in peace,
Oh god,
obviously, but we haven't
yeah,
had a good one since. So
man.
honestly, I would have rather them gone with the two-pronged villain for this movie. You know, give us a Harvey Dent and a Poison Ivy. You know, something like
Mm,
that. You know, give us some different matchups.
I like that. You know what? I
You know,
like that.
the
So if we're talking about Joker, by the way, where
yeah,
so I'm gonna go ahead and put this out there because I think most of the Batman fans in the DC slash Marvel fan base would agree with me,
yeah.
but I think Jared Leto was the worst
Oh,
Joker
absolutely.
of all fucking time.
Without question.
Because
Without question.
the problem that I had with the suicide, first of all, in my opinion, I felt like the Suicide Squad was a waste of 2 hours of me. I mean, I didn't think it was a just like a terrible movie, but I just didn't really get into it as a lot of people were getting into it. But um,
I think the main issue with the Suicide Squad is it's just like once they lost the Joker or they ran into Joker, it just took a really bizarre turn.
mhm.
I think that's what happens because it's not a bad movie. It's not a poorly produced movie with like
No, I mean, I'm
shoddy
not saying
camera
that at
work and
all.
bad acting. No, I know you're not saying that, but what I mean is something just took a weird turn, and every time I watch it, I can pinpoint the exact moment where the movie takes this really awkward turn and it just never recovers because it's not a
Hmm.
bad movie. Like I said, I enjoyed the movie. Like I watched it with you if that's something you were into, but it's not a
Well,
bad
no,
movie at
I'm
all.
I'm going to be
Yeah,
honest with you. I mean, if you want to do a movie commentary on Suicide Squad, I'll gladly do it. I don't mind.
yeah. We can do it on
But
both of them because they're both on HBO Max.
so
So
so this is a big so when I first saw the Joker in Suicide Squad, because I'm not gonna lie, when it was announced that Suicide Squad was getting made, I was actually a little excited. I was very excited. But then when
everybody
the
was.
screenshot of Joker with tattoos,
Mhm.
grills, and the just the way that Leto did the acting is horrible because like first again I can't take a Joker seriously when he looks like basically a crazy version of Freddie Mercury
Right.
without the
Right.
mustache.
So I never understood why either him or Harley Quinn got tattooed. Never understood that. Did not
Because
understand the thrill.
I feel like that's the thing nowadays. That's the thing nowadays um is that if you're a criminal, you have to have tattoos. And
You know.
you I'm going to be honest with you. You see a lot of it nowadays, especially in like cop shows. Like if you have a gangbanger, he's completely tatted up.
Right.
And they and I don't like that one bit because first of all, you don't have to have tattoos to be a criminal at all. But I so I think so if I'm going to rank by the way, the two worst people to ever play the Joker, it was Jared Leto and Zach Galifianakis. Because if you remember, Zach Galifianakis played the Joker
I
in the
don't
Lego
remember.
Batman movie.
Oh, I'm like, I don't remember that at all. Okay. Now,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Yeah.
But if we're ranking, I will say this: if we're gonna rank the top three Jokers, it's Heath Ledger at number one, Mark Hamill at number two, and Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson actually predates me as a Joker, so I have yet to see that. I've seen clips here and there and pictures, but I've yet to see the actual movie.
It's a good movie. I mean, he plays. I mean, really, Nicholson plays like a homicidal. Like he plays like kind of like what Mark Hamill plays. He plays a homicidal maniac, but he's also funny.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
Them some corrupt people, man. I feel like I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this is a great depiction of of like our entire government.
Right.
I don't trust them at all. They're all corrupt, in my opinion.
Right.
The rat. Yep, that's that's definitely a way to get a man talking. Us as men are weak when it comes to that. Be honest. If a woman's touching you right there, you start gabbing.
Oh, yeah, you folding, yeah.
Oh, come on. Really, Zoe? You had to do that? Like, he gave you specific orders. But she's a rebel. She's a rebel. Oh shit! It's fucking It's fucking Carmo or Carmen
Falcone.
Falcone.
Yeah.
Turo playing or Carmone or
Yeah.
Falcone. God damn it! How the hell did I keep getting
And so
that mixed
it's
up?
Carmine Falcone.
Carmine
Carmine is
Falcone.
a
There we
very
go.
old name, a very old guy name.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. Turturro, I was really surprised played in this role because I mean it just wasn't something that he was. That's not something he's known for. Like that's not something he's known for is playing a gangster like Carmen Falcone. He's known for playing like goofy roles like in Adam Sandler movies.
True, true.
The first movie I ever saw him in was Anger Management.
That's a classic.
Mm-hmm. I hope I'll see you around. Like
So,
that's like the awkward high school type of thing. Like that's when I was in
right,
high school. I'm trying to talk to a girl, and I get like 2 words out, and she walks away. And about when she's like 100 feet away, I'll be like, "Good talking to you."
right.
No, you're dead.
Oh, this is
Like that is so creepy, honestly. Like when you see someone like rising in the back of it. Jesus Christ.
he's getting folded in the car like that.
Mm-hmm. I never understood the tape and everything. I never like that's something I never understood about
The,
this one.
the duct tape.
Yeah, I never really understood what the point of it was.
So he can't talk and he can't move.
Mm.
Right.
So I just found out what that weapon was that he uses
Yeah,
to
to
kill the
kill the
mayor.
first guy. Yeah, the
It was a
mayor.
carpet scraper.
Ah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. There was a deleted scene that I think HBO Max both tweeted about and posted on YouTube, but it was an interaction that Batman had with the Joker. And
Oh yeah, nah.
see, when I first saw that, I was just like, why is Joker a part of like why is that a deleted scene? I'm glad that they took it out of the movie because because I felt like that, it just didn't make a lot of sense at that point in time.
Nah, and they should have kept it out. Let the Riddler, for as shitty as he is as a villain, let him have his day in the sun,
Mm-hmm.
and then go about your business.
I feel like the Joker will be in the next Batman movie on this one.
Doubt, no doubt, no doubt. And then
So
Bane's probably number 3, probably.
So there was actually a spin-off series that HBO Max was supposed to do after this movie, but it was canceled, and it was supposed to just be about the Gotham City Police Department.
That's not interesting though.
No, see, that's a good. No, I'm glad they canceled it because no one really gives a shit about the Gotham PD.
Beyond Gordon, and maybe Barbara doesn't become until way after, but like nobody cared about the DCP that much.
No, they don't.
So,
But there is a spin-off series that's going to be focusing on the Penguin, and
good old Pengu.
mm-hmm. And then there's an untitled Arkham series. So I'm looking at it, and it says when revealing that the GCPD spinoff series was not moving forward, Reeves explained that it had led to work on a new idea based on Arkham Asylum. So that might actually be an interesting.
So that's some heat right there.
Yeah, that might actually be a very interesting show. I might have to if it gets put into production and it gets released, I might have to check it out.
Sure is. Wonder who's in it. Wonder who they'll have in there for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We know they'll have the Riddler and Joker.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just have the usual suspects. That's all you gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I've been looking up a lot of the actors and actresses who have played Batman villains, and I'm looking up another one real quickly. So it looks like I didn't know this, but in Lego Batman, Robert Paulson played the Riddler. Huh, interesting. But really there hasn't been a lot of actors who have played Batman in a live action movie. And of course, everybody knows the first real adaptation in a live action film that the Riddler got a chance to play was, of course, Jim Carrey playing the Riddler. And I don't know if you know this, KHart, but Tommy Lee Jones, who played in Batman Forever, he said he hated. Uh, now this is stupid right here. This actually pissed me off about the movie because there's people who are actually supporting the Riddler. That really bugged me because I feel like there are people out there who would support somebody like that.
Probably, yeah.
And
That's usually how it works.
it's just sickening to think that there are people out there who would support uh, basically a homicidal maniac. But like I was saying, um, Tommy Lee Jones said he hated working with Jim Carrey in Batman
Because
Forever.
he probably don't take nothing serious. Jim Carrey.
No, I mean, from what I have read, yeah, he did not. Great outfit, by the way, to wear to a funeral.
Yeah. Even though,
Holy shit! I just realized we are an hour into this movie.
oh yeah, this movie goes pretty quickly.
Yeah, like
After the train scene, it goes by pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. Nice hat by the or is that a bow?
That's a bow, I think. It's not a hat. Because it's on like the front of her head, not the top of it.
By the way, I forgot to wish you a happy May 4th. Happy Star Wars Day.
Yeah. May the fourth be with you. Yeah.
May the 4th be with you too. I had actually, if we weren't actually doing this podcast, I would have actually been watching all 9 Star Wars movies.
All nine? I can't.
I have done that twice in my life. I've actually done that twice in my life.
Well, first of all, how? Because those movies just came out. So how? But yeah.
Well, I mean, thankfully Disney Plus has them all. But I want to say you need to start. You have to start at about between 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning, and I think you should finish all the movies by around 11 o'clock at night. And that's with taking bathroom breaks too.
I've only now see pre Disney Plus. I've only seen the first 6 all in one sitting. Because that was back when it was on a DVD collection set that my dad had.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
But I've never seen all 9 in a row.
So I like this comparison right now. They were writing about the Riddler on Wikipedia, and they said that the liken to the Riddler is to the Zodiac Killer, which I actually like that comparison. I really do like that comparison. That's actually a really good comparison to make. But again, like we've said so far in this podcast, the Riddler was just not the best villain to start out with. They should have started out because it was. I mean, Two-Face could have been in this. Like you said, I mean, the Penguin's already in this, but it's just, again, the Riddler is just not a real supervillain.
Yeah, the Riddler is more, to me, is a B-roll type villain where like whatever he's doing is in the background, and you just happen to wrap that up while you're doing other stuff, like
because in the animated series with Kevin Conroy, the Riddler had 3 episodes.
Yeah. That's how horrible of a character he is. He didn't have shit.
And here's the funny thing is, in the next series, the one where it got a little darker, he did not even. I think he had one line. He had one line in the entire series, but he was seen a couple times in the series, but never had a line except for once. Oh, and there he is.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ. I mean, that's
Property damage.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention, it's really blasphemous to drive in. First of all, that is just rude as hell. You drive right into the church and ruin the funeral. That's a little blasphemous to me.
Oh, very.
Is it just me, or does Robert Pattinson like look really pale in this movie?
I think it's the lighting.
I think so too. Jesus Christ. Seriously, like, it's so hilarious how because I'm making comparisons to Jigsaw because of the way that some of these contraptions that are made from the Riddler. Is that the Capitol? That looked like a Capitol building, actually. That didn't look like a church.
That was a Capitol building.
Jesus Christ! Like, what
I think
the hell?
that might have been the same building from the beginning. I think they just took the graffiti off.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah. So it's not a church. It was just a Capitol building.
A Capitol building, yeah.
I think that's the commissioner right there.
All right.
And if so, that's Alex Ferns that's playing Pete Savage, the Gotham City Police Department commissioner. God, like I said, the soundtrack in these, like, I'm not gonna lie, I love it when I hear movies that have orchestral type of soundtracks. Because what the music does in that situation, when you don't have any like actual songs with lyrics, you just have an orchestral music, is I feel like the movie makes you feel. It makes you feel what's going on in that movie. And I know you don't like me to do it, but a really good movie that I've already done, that I've talked about the music that makes you feel, is of course the movie that you don't like. I'm not going to name it.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. Never forget.
Oh, so real quickly, I was thinking of doing, like, once every 2 months we do a terrible movie, like a box office bomb movie. And
okay.
So, and please do not get annoyed when I tell you this, okay? Because I saw it on Instagram today. But one movie that I have watched that I thought was perhaps one of the worst fucking movies I've ever watched was a movie. It was a 1980 movie called Raise the Titanic. But again, please don't get frustrated. No, please don't get frustrated, because I don't even like it. I don't even like it because it was such a garbage movie, and it was a terrible, terrible premise.
That doesn't even make sense. What? Rise in Titanic? That doesn't even sound right.
Mm-mm. And then in the movie, there was, I think, a 100-foot like model of it, of like the Titanic, and I guess it was in complete working order. Jesus Christ, look at this man going live on fucking Instagram. Jesus, fuck. Dude, that mask makes him sound creepy as fuck.
Like I said, Hannibal Lecter. Like I said.
I'm trying to figure out where they got the concept of the Riddler mask from. Like, I'm trying to figure out like
because he doesn't wear a mask.
Yeah, because
and
I think you're absolutely right with the Hannibal Lecter reference because I think because it really does almost look like a Hannibal Lecter that mask that Hannibal Lecter wore. So I want to say that maybe that could have come into play when it came into designing the costume. Batman, he's just staying so calm.
You are just as pleased to comply. What is the price for your blind eye? He's asking how much it costs you to turn your back. How much?
I think it's hilarious of like when people are facing their own mortality in movies like this.
They'd rather die. That's crazy.
Yeah, when they're about to die, just everything starts coming out. Everything just starts coming out. And I think it's hilarious. Oh, he's got 30 seconds on that clock. Shit.
What's his name?
Well, he covered his eyes.
Now, first of all, I don't understand how he survived a blast like that. Unless the blast was just like intended just to take his head off.
It was.
Really? You're gonna point a gun at Batman? You're really? Come on. I love the design of the mask, by the way, that they had in this one because it's all leather.
Right. This is one of the best scenes in the movie.
Yeah, it is. Like, what kills me is that the whole fucking Gotham PD is against Batman, and the only one on his side is James.
Good.
You know, because the whole damn because I'm pretty sure it's the entire Batman universe, but isn't almost the entire Gotham PD like one of the most just like entirely corrupt?
No, not entirely. Not all of it. Like parts of it, yeah, but not all.
Yeah.
Of it. That's inaccurate.
But no, you're absolutely right that this is definitely one of the best scenes in the movie. What I think is so hilarious about this is that nobody removed the mask.
Nope.
all of you are dumb enough to walk out. I will say this about James Gordon. It doesn't matter what universe James Gordon is portrayed. He really is the most underrated hero of the Batman universe. Another thing that I just noticed about Jeffrey Wright is that he has the James Gordon mustache. That's what I love about Jeffrey Wright about this movie, is that he did a fabulous job, an absolute fabulous job at portraying James Gordon. Because, as you know, there's always been a lot of really good portrayals of Jim Gordon, but really there hasn't, like, Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman was the last one that played Jim Gordon in a live action movie, and he did a really good job of it.
All right.
But I want to say, if I'm ranking Jim Gordon's like live action, Jeffrey Wright actually nailed it. He really did the best job.
This
Really,
was a fun scene.
like, first of all, how the hell did they get up the stairs that quickly? And of course, this is where he doesn't have. Oh my God.
I don't know what he thought he was grabbing for.
Now, that was something that I did not expect of this movie, was him to have a flight suit. I did not expect that. Uh-oh. No. Oh. Oh, gee. Ow.
This was when Batman wasn't smooth yet.
Fuck. And what kills me is that he has no armor on. Like, a normal man would have died.
Right. And just limps it off.
You know why he limps it off, right?
Yeah.
Movie magic.
Yeah.
So I found this hilarious, but just like the Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, Jim Gordon here begins as a lieutenant.
Right.
And I think I love that. I love that they're because, like you said, they're going off like the beginning, like
Right.
the early beginnings of Batman, and I don't know. I mean, I just cannot wait for this sequel.
Right.
And I just hope they don't make us wait too long. Why is it always raining? I just don't understand it. Why is it always raining? It's such a cliche.
It's Gotham. It has to rain.
So are you telling me that Gotham gets more rain than Washington State?
Yes, it does. That's exactly what I'm telling you.
You know what I'm not gonna lie. You know what I would have found absolutely hilarious about this movie, if what kind of car they would have used? I would have laughed my ass off if the villains used Teslas.
I'm doing bad things for the world, but my car is good for the world. Something like that.
That would have just, like, I want to see that. I want to see a supervillain having their guys drive to Tesla. So I believe someone is actually watching this podcast right now. I don't know if she is watching it right now, but I just want to say hey to my girl Heather, and I hope you're doing all right with that concussion.
Okay. Shout out to Heather.
God, again, there's that stupid fucking mask. You know, now that I just saw it for the second time, it's actually starting to annoy me now. And you're absolutely right. That is the worst thing that they could have done with that costume.
Yeah, just because. Okay, so most of the time she doesn't even have a helmet on.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it's just her.
Yeah, smart move, Jim. The county and the state does not pay for your car. They will not bulletproof your car. Fuck. And real quickly, the Batmobile here is just a friggin' Ford Mustang.
Right.
And I'm not going to lie, so they could not have chosen the worst possible make and model for a car for the Batmobile. I'm sorry, but a Ford Mustang is not intimidating at all to me. When he stopped, it looked like he couldn't do the clutch.
Right. But it's souped up though, really good though. Gotta give him props for that.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, it really is a nice souped up Ford Mustang. But I'm not gonna lie, if I want to say like a Corvette, maybe a Corvette is a little bit better model to really soup up. But you know, I mean, or a Dodge. What is it? A Dodge. God damn it! I'm trying to think of it. A Dodge Charger. I feel like a Dodge Charger could have really been a good. No, a Dodge Challenger. Excuse me, a Dodge Challenger. Because that's a really good muscle car.
Right.
Another one of my favorite scenes in this is just this car chase. They did the car chase really well. Also, shout out to the stunt drivers, by the way. Really shout out to the stunt drivers, because do you know how difficult it really is to drive in that kind of weather?
Yeah, it's very difficult. And the gunfire and the slippery terrain. Oh, very dangerous.
Who's the chicken? Who's the chicken? The back end of that Ford, though, is really badass. I'm not gonna lie. With the
kind of reminds me of the original Batmobile with the jet at the back.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a Maserati that the Penguin's driving, by the way.
Are you trying to escape in a Maserati? Oh yeah, that's not that ain't it.
If anybody thinks that a Maserati is a good car to drive anymore, you're absolutely wrong. I can only imagine the adrenaline that you would actually have while you're driving that fast. Real quickly, if you think you can escape Batman, you just can't. It's like when you get caught on the chopper cam. You are not escaping.
Right.
Get out of the way. Now, see, that's gutsy right there.
Right.
Just like slam on the brakes and act. First of all, if a semi truck actually rear ends you, first of all, it's not gonna be a slight bump.
Right.
Like your car will literally be fucked up. That was perfect. Now that's just perfect timing. Come on.
Right.
Go ahead and sell it. Go ahead and sell it
like
right
a
now.
true New Yorker.
Right?
You friggin' psycho.
The look that he had when he saw him coming out of the flames.
He survives this.
Right? See, come on. Maserati. I know Maseratis do not have that great of a safety features, for crap's sakes.
Right.
Shit.
You know, if you're not terrified at that sight, I don't know what to tell you.
That was a brilliant shot, by the way.
Yeah.
That was, I think, one of the best shots of the movie because of what it represented.
Wallpaper worthy.
Mm-hmm. Also, real quickly, I just noticed he's wearing emo boots.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he wearing the military grade emo boots. Yeah.
Out of all the boots that he could have worn, he wears the emo boots. Good cop, bad shit cop. That was actually my favorite line. So I think one of the worst Penguins that actually, I'm not going to lie, that ever got played was Danny DeVito in Batman Returns. Because I don't think you've ever seen that one either, have you?
No, not that one either.
Yeah.
So those two movies I think are older than me. I think that's what it is, and I just never got around to them. So I know they're on here, so I just have to get around to them at some point.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this. Look, Tim Burton did a really good job. Michael Keaton was a good Batman, but like when I watched Batman Returns. They did a meme when Penguin says, "Oh, come on." They did a meme. I saw that at one point. Dude, any day, anything can be a meme.
What is greatest detectives? What are those difference between L and law? Jeez. No habla español. Do me a favor, sit. Shut up. You know what that sounds like to me?
So yeah, like I was telling you, KHart, for your mic, for your Blue Yeti, go to definitely go to Best Buy and talk to them, because they have, of course, all the best tools to figure out what's going on. It might actually even be a wire. It might actually be the wire that connects to to the microphone that you have to plug into the USB port.
Right. Right.
You never know.
I'll check it out. I'll
Hmm.
check it out.
Again, this is such a great movie when it comes to him being the detective.
Right.
I grew up from a seed, tough as a weed, but in a mansion, in a slum. I'll never know where I came from.
They really did do a good job when it came to the riddles, though, in this
Yeah.
movie, because normally whenever like a riddle came up for the Riddler, it was so easy to figure out. Like
Right.
they're like, I want to say, the riddles that the Riddler had both in the animated series and with Jim Carrey's Riddler, they were like kindergartner, very easy riddles to figure out. They're just leaving him there.
Right. Bye.
And he's waddling, by the way. He's doing the penguin waddle.
Right. And then he waddled away. Waddle, waddle.
I think that's just the best. I think that was the best part of the podcast right now. I can't honestly tell you though of how happy I am to actually be back in a state with four seasons. I just got back from Florida.
Yeah. How was it?
It was good. I had fun.
Okay. That's what it sounds like.
Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ.
That music was so unnecessary.
Right. I mean, that's just
This is not that kind of film. So unnecessary.
Definitely, there's moments for and moments not for music like that, and that was definitely the moment that it was not necessary. And of course, Thomas Wayne right here. I guess he was running for mayor of Gotham City. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
He was running for mayor of Gotham City. So kind of different from, of course, Christian Nolan, because in Christian Nolan, Thomas Wayne was a doctor at the hospital, I think. What has been all the can you name a couple of the adaptations from the DC universe where what the occupation of Thomas Wayne was?
No, because a lot of them don't really cover what he does. Only, moments before his death.
Mm-hmm.
But he's always been somebody who's had a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, so again, like I said in Batman Begins, Thomas Wayne, from what I understood, he worked at a hospital. That was exactly what I got from it, because he said he works at the hospital in the movie. And then, of course, in this one, he was running for mayor.
So To my understanding, Thomas Wayne has always just been a businessman. They never really specified what in a lot of them.
Oh, don't do it, Alfred, please. It said for Batman's eyes only. Oh.
And it's like, how do you not hear the phone?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no.
Yeah, this was the one part in the movie that I was utterly shocked.
Right.
So wait a minute. So the fire was in a building.
Yeah.
The fire was in a building, but yet it looked like that room that he was in, it looked like a house.
I think that was a weird camera cut. I think that's what it was.
Mm-hmm. The one thing about this movie that I didn't understand was definitely the Wayne Manor, because the Wayne Manor was not necessarily described as like a dungeon type of castle type of mansion. It was always described as just like a normal type of billionaire mansion. But in this one, you kind of have that type of dungeness type of feel to it.
I think it's drawn differently in a lot of different media. I know they use a different building in the other trilogy. So I'm not really sure what they were going for here. It doesn't look bad, obviously, but like I don't know why it's a castle. That's just different.
No joke, that W for the Wayne Manor, it looks like the Washington National logo almost. I noticed that so much. I noticed that just now. And again, here's the detective part. Like, again, this is just, it's so brilliant of how they were able to do that again. Because again, when I watched the animated series, he was a detective.
Yeah.
And of course, in the Batman movies, of course, of like Tim Burton and Val Kilmer, you know, he was also a detective as well. But like you said, the Dark Knight trilogy, there was just no detective part to Batman.
No. Because it was always he said, she said. So there was no need for, there's no need.
So you did watch the animated series, right?
Yeah, I watched both of them.
Okay. Yeah. I just saw a quick little screenshot from, I think, one of the most heartbreaking episodes in the animated Batman series. It was the baby doll episode where she captured all her co-workers and everybody in each, and at the end she's just like, I didn't mean to. And it was just like, it kind of really got to me whenever I saw it.
Yeah, the baby doll was tough. Definitely tough.
Since when does Batman work in the morning? That was the one thing that I thought was hilarious about this was the first time you see Batman work in the morning instead of at night.
How could they do that to her? Shit, her body was in his car. I'm gonna find him and I'm gonna make him pay. You gonna help me?
So the rest of the costume for Zoe's Catwoman costume is brilliant. But again, like you said, we're going back to it again. It's the mask that really just like upsets you, because there was no it was like they designed every bit of her costume, and it was just like, okay, her mask is going to be the one where we just cheap out on.
Yeah.
You don't know Falcone owes me.
And another thing about Batman's mask is I love the ears because um I want to say in the last couple adaptations those ears have been like really short. I like the really high pointy ear type of Batman, you know? Kind of like
Yeah,
in the Dark Knight.
I think in Dark Knight, like the helmet was definitely more. I'm about to say exasperated. That's not the right word. God, what's the word? I just think more animated. Like I think they
Mm.
was supposed to be super long, so it was cool too.
It really was, yeah. So the biggest surprise of this movie, I think, was this part right here where Selena says that Carmine Falcone is her father. And like when I first heard it, I'm just like, excuse me? It's like the first time I ever watched the Star Wars movies and I found out that Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's father. Probably not as traumatic, though.
No.
He owes me that money.
And I'm trying to figure out, like, again, a lot of things about this movie are just perfect. And the script was, I want to give real good commenting on the script. They did a good job with the script because we were promised a really gritty type of R-rated sort of Batman movie, and we got it. We got it in a perfect way because, I mean, the interaction with the characters is perfect as well. That's another thing that that really turns me on about a movie is how will these characters interact with each other, and the actors and actresses in this movie, they did a great job. And like I said, Robert Pattinson, he got so much criticism for the Twilight series, but people just don't understand that Robert Pattinson is really a good actor. And again, and this was his opportunity. This was his big opportunity to show everybody of what a good actor he was, and he nailed it. He fucking nailed it.
He knocked it out of the park.
Mm-hmm. What do you live in a cave? Yes, I do.
Right.
This was definitely a turning point in the movie, just like because again, the interaction between these two,
Yeah.
really, really good, really good on-screen chemistry.
Right.
And it's really difficult. It's honestly very difficult when you watch movies if you can tell if these actors and actresses have good chemistry together. But you can tell right here that both Zoe and Robert have great chemistry on film.
I'm Thomas Wayne, and I approve this message.
Yeah, they had good on-screen chemistry, especially in that whole last scene.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it's at.
The giving back is not just an obligation, it's a passion. That is our family's legacy.
The way as a part of Gotham's founding family. The way. What is there?
Wait, I forgot. Yeah, so Arkham was a family.
Yeah, Arkham was a family. That's not
Shit, I completely forgot about that. I forgot about that part. It's been a few months since I watched the film. So, and I only watched it one time. So, I gotta give a little bit. Got to give me an excuse on that one.
Right.
Martha herself was in and out of institutions for years, and they didn't want anyone to know. Thomas Wayne tried to force this crusading reporter into a hush money agreement to save his mayoral campaign. But when the reporter refused, Wayne turned to longtime super associate Carmine Falcone. And the Arkham
This is almost a breaking point for Bruce Wayne right here, just to find out about his dad and just the horrific past that he possibly has. And once again, that's another good thing about this movie is just it almost I think this is the one movie where Bruce Wayne gets broken at a point.
Right here.
Yeah. And again, it's unbelievable of how. Oh wait, isn't this the friendship that we talked about with Bruce Wayne and Cobblepot?
Yeah, a little bit.
I think so. Hey, this guy just beat us up a couple nights ago in a costume.
I don't think they knew though. I don't think they were aware.
No. What is it about actors who have long hair that just makes you can't stop staring into their eyes no matter who they are?
I guess you could say there's something in the way.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like I said, the big key about this movie is it definitely is a mental strain. I want to like a lot of movies don't get to that point. And what I mean by a mental strain is that this movie kind of tests you because of all the different variations of the plot. It thickens when the movie just keeps going and going. Like at the beginning of the movie, it was just kind of like a slow, kind of fast paced type of movie. But then once it gets in towards the middle of the movie, then the plot really starts to thicken. And it starts to eat away at you. It's just like, what is going on with this movie? And I love the fact that this movie was able to do this to me because again, it was almost like this was a thriller type of Batman movie, you know?
Yes, I agree. I agree. It's a tough scene.
It really is. Again, another one of those scenes where it tests you mentally.
Yeah, because like, dang, you got to hear this how your daddy was, man.
Exactly. Like it
Yeah.
just it really bothered me in the movies because I was shocked. And again, that's what makes really good movies. That is what makes good movies is when you can get emotionally attached. Like when the movie's not even over, because I feel like a lot of people, they get emotionally attached to a movie possibly about 20 minutes near the end, but this movie gets you emotionally attached and bonded in during the halfway point. And it's very rare to find a movie like that.
Very rare.
Man, the look in Patson's eyes, like again, I need to give it to Patson because I feel like he should be nominated for an Academy Award for this one. Because he did such a great job, you know, out of playing in the mask and out of the mask.
I agree.
There's more of that orchestral type of music right there, and again, I love that. That's a really nice room, by the way. That is a very nice room. I need to give credit to the set and designers. Oh shit, that is Bruce's room. Okay.
Yeah.
I
And he had all chained up.
I completely forgot about that.
Right.
Another scene where it gets you emotionally and mentally right here.
Tell me what again for my father. That's how it come wrong.
Man, oh man. Again, it's just, it really is hard to watch this because again, you feel Bruce's pain. You really do feel Bruce's pain in this one because he was not, he finally finds out that his father was not the man that he thought he was. And of course, like he just said, Alfred's been lying to him his whole life about what his father was all about.
Right.
Looks like a mistake. Getting a deal. What?
Made a mistake, yeah.
Family image. Political aspirations. Didn't have anyone killed. Protecting your mother.
So to everyone who is listening to the podcast, by the way, we appreciate the fact that you have stayed this long into the podcast because again, it's I don't think it's easy to actually listen to a 3-hour or to a near 3-hour podcast. I mean,
no, it's hard. I can only talk for so much.
I mean, me and KHart both we're just so into this movie, so that's why there's not a lot of talking.
Yeah.
But if people ask, but you did a 3-hour movie with Titanic, that was easy because there was a lot to talk about in that movie. Right. In this movie, there really is not parts to talk about, but there is just parts where we need to pause and listen to this because it moves you. It moves you, and again, like I said, this scene right here was so powerful because, Bruce feels betrayed and everything. And Alfred is just the one who says, whatever you've heard about your father is just a complete fucking lie.
Yeah. All Alfred got to say is Cap because he lived through it all.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's not true. Yeah. I was there.
Never forget, Bruce, I pulled you out of your mother's womb.
Right.
Oh my God, I can't get over the acting. Like Andy Serkis in this part of the movie was brilliant.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
And I feel like this is only like one of the things about this movie that I want to put ahead of The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger in it is the acting and because mostly for The Dark Knight, I want to say the acting goes just to Heath Ledger because he if it wasn't for Heath Ledger, I don't think The Dark Knight would have became a success that it was. I think that Dark Knight would have been a success either way, but if you didn't have Heath Ledger act the way he did as Joker, you don't have a worldwide phenomenon, So much emotion. I mean, it's just powerful.
Come on, shake his hand.
Take his hand. Come on. He loves you. And again, real quickly, that look that Robert Pattinson just gave, it was in that moment that he's like, all right, Riddler, you're fucking done. Wait, if you didn't turn on the bat signal, who did? First of all, besides Catwoman, who the hell? Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, I completely forgot about that again. Because the only the only three people who knew about the bat signal was Selena, Gordon, and Bruce.
I'm telling you, goddammit, she called me. Here, listen.
Let me ask you again. What did Mitchell tell you? Nothing. I like to talk. I know that.
Smart move by the girl to actually give her a call and then have her record the entire conversation. Smart move on her part. Oh boy, did we lose KHart? I don't know if we lost him or not, but right now it says that his mic is muted. Do we have you back, KHart? I guess not.
How about now?
There we go. Now I can hear you, bro.
Can you hear me?
I can
I
hear
was
you.
chewing on M&M. Okay.
Oh, you were chewing on M&Ms?
I don't want to be smacking out here. I was trying to be courteous. My bad. I heard you the whole time, though.
All right, at least you heard me.
I'm not trying to smack me out here. I'm trying to be generous.
Well, look at this, man. He is so courteous that he doesn't want to be Michelangelo and just like right in the ear with the candy.
I'm still here though. I just don't want to be, crunching because M&Ms be loud. So I'm still here though. Y'all got me for another 30. No, not even 30 minutes. Like hour and 5.
Yep, we got it. We got 1 more hour to go on this movie,
Yep.
or excuse me, 58 minutes actually.
Yep. Okay.
Jesus Christ. That's unbelievable. That, like, again, the corruption is real.
Oh, it's widespread.
Yeah, it spreads like locusts, man.
You're not lying.
So, by the way, I wanted to go ahead and point out that the Joker scene, by the way, was he was of course credited as an unseen Arkham prisoner, but everybody fucking knows that it was the Joker, of course.
Right.
Barry Keoghan, I think that's Keoghan played him. I'm looking at him right now. He played in Dunkirk. Holy shit, yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I have never seen Dunkirk, by the way. I need to watch it because people have said it's an absolutely brilliant film. That's one way to escape.
She cold for that one.
Yeah, she really is. And by the way, speaking of Dunkirk, Christopher Nolan was the director.
Yeah.
Bring the rat into the light. Love it. That was a dope. That was actually really cool to see that one. You know, Jackie Chan would have actually done that stunt.
Oh, absolutely. Without question, without fail. Yeah.
Jackie would have been like, "You guys are pussies. Let me do it."
Right.
Nice pink hair, by the way. kind of gives you the Rihanna feels.
Oh yeah. He's like, yeah, let me save you the ass whooping this time.
Yeah, right. He's like, I've already kicked your ass once. I don't want to embarrass you for another time.
Right. My thing is, how do you not know that's your own damn daughter? That's crazy.
Well, he knew. Or wait, or did he?
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. Okay, yeah.
I don't want to give it away too early, but
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that. Like, how the hell do you not know it's your daughter?
see.
Just a look in her face right there. It was just pure hatred.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to figure out did Catwoman, did Selena send that one, or did the Riddler send that one?
I think the Riddler did because
Okay.
remember the Riddler had his own version too already.
Yeah. Dude, I swear to God, Zoe is just rocking that outfit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That was a good line. Hey, Dad.
Hey, Papa.
and she missed. Like, how do you miss?
I don't know how you missed a point blank shot like
Jesus Christ. You have to be one bad shot. That really is Batman right there. Like like the elevator opening and there's just no one in there. First of all, like I've never seen an elevator door stay open that long before.
No. This was a good commercial when that movie was still coming out.
That really was. Like, I was wondering about that.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm also wondering what kind of bulletproof vest he's wearing because,
yeah,
like, first of all, I've heard the rumors. Like, if you're shot by a bullet, like in the bulletproof vest, it hurts.
Right. No, it does hurt.
That's child abuse right there. You're hitting your own daughter.
Ouch.
Damn, that really hurt. That's just cold right there.
Yeah.
Using the talons, I swear.
Got to.
I say, is it just me or are men just scared of women who have long fingernails like that because they don't want to deal with that? I will say this: I actually know from experience. I'll just put it at that.
Eesh.
Another thing that I'm actually really impressed with by Selena is she did not break one nail.
Nope.
First of all, I love how he's escorting him out and everybody's just like paying attention.
Let me tell you something. Whatever I've done, oh,
And the whole place is out there.
Right.
First of all, at that point, when the entire fucking police department is in one place in the city, like every criminal is just like, it's a smorgasbord.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll see you when I walk out with these rights. Damn right. What did you say? Enjoy your night of Blackgate, Conrad. Probably be the last. Oh, you're a big man now, man. Really? Just to be. You're always just a gift.
By the way, you're not gonna guess what I just did right now. So what
did you just do?
So I caught up to you, and we are synced perfectly on the movie. First of all, that takes some talent.
That does.
You got to give me some credit, because what I did was I was listening very closely to your end, and I pushed the play button at exactly the perfect time. Uh-oh. Flashback.
No flashback.
Thank God. Really? What gave you that impression, Sherlock? I still can't believe it that when I press play that we are right as of right now for the rest of the movie, the audio from both ends are synced up at like it's completely perfect.
Yes.
So by the way, for everybody wondering, here in a couple weeks, we are going to be, so KHart and I are going to be, so we're going to have another week where we do 2 straight podcasts. But what we're going to do is I'm going to work with, so me and Richie will do a Goofy movie one week. And of course, my guy KHart here, he wants to do a Disney movie. And if you listen to the last podcast, he wants to do an extremely goofy movie.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Seriously, the facial expressions that Robert Pattinson does are perfect.
I mean, you don't have. I mean, he's Batman. You don't have to smile. Like that's already so many emotions
Batman
taken
never
away right
smiles.
there. Yeah. So only when he's being sarcastic
Mm-hmm.
or sassy, but otherwise, no, he doesn't smile.
And there he is.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, that's another fucking cliche that I kind of have an issue with. Really, that is just that's such a cliche that the villain gets captured in a diner.
I wouldn't say it's a cliche as much as it's they wanted to get caught. I think it's one of those.
Do you
things.
do you really think
I
he
wouldn't
wanted to
call it
get
a
caught?
cliche. I don't. Yeah. 'Cause I'm
Okay,
like, why would
okay.
you
Now
do
that I'm seeing it right here, yeah, he was
wanted to get
intending
caught.
on getting caught.
Yeah.
And that was the crime. You don't order pumpkin pie in a diner. You order cherry.
Actually, you ordered apple.
Oh shit. Okay, now I need to go to jail. You're absolutely fucking right.
Done here. Get out of here.
Jeez.
Look at this
Oh
guy.
my
Cherry
god.
pie?
Okay, I think I need to be the one needs to get a
What?
fucking arrested because ordering cherry pie in a diner instead of apple.
What?
Jeez, how un-American can I get?
God, communist over here. Oh, cherry pie. What?
Communist. So cherry pie is the communist cake, is the communist pie.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I ain't never heard somebody say cherry pie. I ain't never heard. No,
So does
not
that
no
so
damn
does that
diner.
mean that pumpkin pie is the socialist pie?
Most likely, if we're being honest.
For everybody who's listening, I think that was just the funniest part in this entire podcast right there is we got into a political conversation over pie.
Just what?
Renewal.
Right.
So I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad we did this movie at 3:00 because there's a big Seattle game today. At
Yeah.
7:00. If you don't know,
That's what I thought.
yeah,
Is it the Sounders, right?
yeah, the
Or is it-
CONCACAF championship game.
Yeah. So I was like, I remember seeing you tweet about how they made it. Is it the finals or is it?
Yeah, and here's the thing. So I don't know. Do you know a lot about soccer, by the way?
No, I don't.
Okay, so in soccer they do round by round and they do 2 rounds. And there's a thing called aggregate. So what it is that the goals are tallied up and whoever has the most goals at the end of the round is going to be the winner. But in the first round that they played down in Mexico, they tied up. So it all it really does it comes down to that, to today's game. And if the Sounders win, they're going to be able to go to what they call the FIFA Club World Cup, in which they'll be able to actually compete against like European teams.
Okay. Yeah. So I was like,
So-
let me try and get this one out early.
So again, what it will do is that if the Sounders win, it would be a huge monumental step for American soccer, like for Major League Soccer, because everybody makes fun of the MLS for being a joke.
I don't think it's taken seriously in America. I think that's the problem.
Of course.
All right, bro, stick your hand in there.
Man, just make sure you got your rabies shot. Is that a real bat, by the way? Yeah, that is a real bat.
I don't know why you fake a bat. I don't see why.
At first, it looked like a CGI bat to me almost. Actually, a little impressed that they used a real one. Yep, there's that carpet scraper. God, the cards that he uses.
Oh boy, here come the Reddit post.
Jesus Christ. I mean, KHart's been getting the jokes of the podcast for like the last couple ones.
Oh man. This dude's talking, but this dude's going online talking about this shit, of course.
I think it's funny how the cops don't see it.
Yeah, bro, just look up. It's clearly him.
What is the Batman? Yeah. Right. Riddler's asking for you. Arkham. You're the cop.
Okay, I don't understand that collar. Like, he can easily put that over his head.
And he doesn't have powers.
Exactly. What the fuck? Like, seriously, what was the point of that collar around his neck?
So typically Arkham prisoners do have collars on, but I'm not sure why it's so big.
Mm-hmm. It creeps me out of just like how well like a lot of these actors can play homicidal murderers like this. Because you never expect, because you don't know how these actors will play the roles, but it creeps you out when they just play the part so well. Because I went back and watched Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, and he did a really good job. He did a really good job.
I have no interest in watching the Joker.
I mean, it was all right, but it just really wasn't. It wasn't a great movie. I don't understand the hype behind it, because I don't feel like it was just. I just don't feel like it was a great movie. So that's who the last target is just Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Once again, this is another part of the movie where earlier we explained of how of how emotionally and mentally you get into this movie, and in this scene it really does get to you, like, both mentally and emotionally. And I love how he's trying to get into Batman's head, and Bruce is just not allowing him at this point.
Well, he's stonewalling him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's the only one we didn't get.
We
got the rest of them, didn't we? All those sleazy, phony pricks.
As soon as he said "we," that's when Batman really got it.
Your mask is amazing. I wish you could have seen me in mine. Isn't it funny? All everyone wants to do is unmask you, but they're missing the point. You and I both know. I'm looking at the real you right now. My mask allowed me to be myself.
My God, this really is such a powerful scene. I want to kind of compare this to the interrogation scene in The Dark Knight, but I don't feel
You
like
can't.
that's no, that's what I was about to say. I just feel like I cannot compare it to, because nothing can compare to that scene.
Right.
But at the same time, I want to compare it because I feel like that's exactly what this part is to this movie.
Yeah.
Is that
They are the equivalent of one another, but like this one just doesn't hit home as good as The Dark Knight does.
Oh no, 100%.
And the glass wall, there was no glass.
No, it's true. Now he's getting into his head. That was the moment where Batman won.
Yeah.
We're gonna be safe here. We can watch the whole thing together. Watch what? Everything. It was all there.
It was.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it was all there.
Oh, you're really not as smart as I thought you were.
Wow, what a dick.
Right? That was kind of a dick move right there.
Yeah.
What's black and blue and tan all over? Do you think you can stop us now? What have you done?
And see, you had the victory, but now you just gave it back to him. See, Batman won at first, then he just got it. The Riddler just got it back.
Right.
That was seriously creepy when he was singing that. Like, for one thing, he can't sing.
Right.
Oh, this is weird. I just had something pop up on Wikipedia. I don't know what the hell I clicked on, but apparently there was a movie back in 2014 called Boyhood. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
No, I haven't.
So apparently, the movie took 11 years to make, because the actor in the movie, what they did was they actually showed him. It took 12 years to make because they showed him actually growing up. Now tell me that's not a difficult movie to finish. Good Lord.
Sounds like it.
Having a film for 12 years?
Mm.
Jeez Louise.
What do you? Why?
I don't know. I mean, I guess they didn't want to wait for like other actors to basically do the part. I guess they took.
Man, I don't think that you should be touching that.
I don't think Batman cares what you think.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Oh, wait a minute. That's why it played a role. Wow.
It's a talker.
It's amazing of how the oh god.
Why do you care?
Whoa, wait a minute. How far back are you? What
do you
the
mean?
hell?
Well, what do you mean?
Dude, I've already seen that part. I'm like about almost a minute ahead of you.
What happened to we're on the same scene?
I don't know.
Look at you. Okay, it's all good. I know you're on Reddit watching the video.
Well, hold on, keep playing, man. I'm gonna get caught up with you.
And then it's like a total dweeb in the videos. That's
Right?
I just want to say this will be my last post for a little while. And what this community has meant to me these weeks, these months. Let's just say none of us is alone anymore. Okay?
There we go. Now we're caught up.
Okay, I'm like, wait a minute.
I was wondering what the hell is going on because I was see, we're sort of synced up right now, but we're not like completely. It doesn't matter, but that was weird.
Yeah.
You see Gotham's true face now. Together we've unmasked it. It's corruption, it's perversion, masquerade.
It's a winter combat mask. I actually saw it right. I saw that comment right there. They have them at the Gotham Army surplus.
Oh God.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And now it is time for retribution. Fans all along the city's seawall. And on the big night.
Jesus.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. You're too late.
Yeah.
First of all, how do you flood an entire city? Like, I don't honestly think it's completely possible to flood an entire city like that.
If it's near a body of water, it is.
Oh yeah, okay. I mean, fair enough. I mean, it is.
Like you couldn't flood downtown LA because there's not enough water nearby.
Yeah.
But like you could flood Santa Monica. So yeah.
Yeah, they're cheering for. Wait a minute. She won 98% to 2.
Well, she won by default, technically.
Oh, okay.
He died. So I'm like, who you gonna vote for? Yeah.
And also, I'm starting to think, how bad of a candidate can you be to only get 2% of the votes?
Yeah.
Like I said, it's so disturbing that the fact that there are people, because I feel like this could really happen. I feel like there are crazy people like this who could start something like this, and then other people could, support them and then follow through. That's one of the scariest things that I thought about this movie.
It's time for the lies to finally end. False prophecies of renewal.
Oh my God.
Superman.
The way he talks is actually really good. Like I will give him that. There, that was classic Batman right there.
Yeah, that classic. Yeah.
Gotham Square Garden, really? You're ripping off
Yeah.
Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Couldn't get a better name. We're only 20 minutes away from the ending, by the way.
Yeah.
I still can't believe it's actually like we've actually done a movie like this. I never thought that we would do a movie that was almost 3 hours long, you know?
Yeah. Agreed.
Jesus Christ, where the good Lord. And people, geez, and people wonder why there's mass murders around because people can easily get guns and ammo, for God's sakes.
It's a lot of ammo.
I'm serious, Jesus. I mean, it's like, good
You know,
Lord.
I always get uncomfortable when people talk about guns. I'm like, bro, what are you buying all these assault rifles for? Who are you fighting? What you need 13 pistols for? Who are you shooting at?
Well, I mean, I
You know.
as an ad, well, I will say this: I have, I've got a gun myself.
Okay,
I
how many?
I only have one.
See, that's normal. But like, what do you need all those guns for? Like, that has always bugged me. It's like, what do you need? 5 sniper rifles, 13 pistols, and 8 ARs. Who are you fighting? Why do you have a Call of Duty loadout in your house? Explain that to me. That just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Like, you just don't need that. Like, even to collect, you just don't need that.
That was a nice
That's
entrance
a good
right there.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this though. There are some collectors out there. I know one of my friends, he has, I think, 20, but he doesn't shoot them. He doesn't shoot them. What he does is he just collects them.
And looks
Because-
at it. Okay.
Yeah,
I guess
because
that's okay, I guess, but still makes it weird. It's still weird to me. Like, but that's my opinion. So it's still weird.
no. I mean, you're fine with it. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not going to
just
judge you for your opinion.
Yeah, I'm just like, what you need all these guns for? Like, who are you fighting? Like, that's the main thing I think about. It's like,
Well, think about this real quickly. Think about this. If we were invaded by like Russia or China, it's kind of good that we have those gun nuts because they actually have the needs to help us in some ways. I'll say that in some ways.
We'll see. We'll see. Oh, Lord. Wow.
Made them shoot them all. Made them shoot themselves. But again, I'm just wondering, like, what kind of body armor he has to prevent him from actually getting shot. Because again, bulletproof vests can only take so many shots before.
I think he's using different ones each time.
But what I'm saying is, you can get shot so many times with a bulletproof vest before the vest actually gives out.
Right. Right. Bro, how are you missing? He's right there.
See, that's what's killing me about this is like, seriously, you're missing that. Oh, good Lord. Uh-oh.
No, you want that.
Oh yeah, that's brilliant. Let's fire into the air where we can't see.
Woo.
So getting back to what you were saying about like, oh good Lord, an elephant gun.
Why? Again, why?
Jesus, like seriously?
Beyond the zoo, where are elephants gonna be at? Why?
The safari.
Yeah.
Like seriously? That will be the one. That's the one shot that will actually. Oh, that's that hillbilly type of shotgun right there. But getting back to what you were saying.
Elmer Fudd had at. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the one that
I had to get that off.
So getting back to what? Oh yeah, there's no armor there.
No.
But getting back to what I was saying, I got another friend who also collects like really old guns and rifles.
Yeah.
And he actually has two very well put together Vietnam War M16s, and he actually goes out and shoots them like as just as a hobby. Like he goes to the shooting range. Yeah, I would suggest I would believe that he would be out of breath after taking that round right to the chest.
Right.
Like I said, I truly believe that Selena Kyle and Bruce Wayne have the best chemistry ever. Oh, come on, that just ruined the moment. Like I said, there's only so much that you can do with the body armor. But that shotgun that he took to the chest, that will just fuck you up.
Right.
Oh, the adrenaline's just getting to him. He's like, back the fuck off.
Bombing on him, but yeah.
I wonder if that really is a winter. Hang on a second. Let me look that up. Let me look up Army winter mask. I want to see if that is actually true. I just looked it up and I found them.
Wait, what'd you find?
The Army winter masks.
Oh.
The fuck's he got tape on his head for? Hey, wait a minute. Wasn't that the guy from the funeral?
I think so. Yeah, it was. That was him.
Holy shit. He knows, I think.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say. That's some Titanic feels right there. I'm sorry. That's sinking. That water's coming in. You're sinking.
You're getting on my nerves with this Titanic stuff. Oh, man. You are killing me. You are really killing me.
Making the ultimate. Oh my god. I forgot about that he could take his logo off. Dramatic. I can hear you in the background. I can barely hear you. That right there, when I first saw that on the trailer, I was
Before?
wondering what the flare was all about.
What did you think? What did you think it was when you saw the commercial?
I don't know. I really had no clue. I was honestly
Oh,
curious, and I'm just like, is this like, is he doing some like Indiana Jones type of archaeological shit?
yeah. So I think this establishes him for the city, like during the recovery stage.
This shows. Yeah, you're absolutely right. This is exactly what it shows. Is everybody was portraying him as this vigilante type of criminal, and at this point right now, they don't see that. They see him trying to save them, and now they're portraying him as the hero.
Right.
By the way, could you imagine of how dirty that water is? By the way, because
Man,
because you need to think about this: when it floods, the sewers overflood.
Right.
But I mean, at that point, you have no choice.
Yeah.
Follow the leader.
Right.
Oh, and here it is again.
Hard to think all that took place over the span of 5 days, because the movie started in Halloween.
Yeah, it did, and you're absolutely right. The
3, 4,
in just the span of
yeah.
5 days, I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So from what I read, when this movie got released, the song "Something in the Way" got over 100 million downloads on iTunes.
Shit, I ain't paying for a song that's what 10 years old, 10, 20 years old. You got me misunderstood, baby. Yeah.
Because if you remember, I remember how iTunes, it used to be you had to pay 99 cents for a song.
Yeah, now that shit is 149. Fuck that.
No, you can pay monthly for Apple Music, and you don't have to pay for the
Oh
songs.
yeah.
Technically.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like I don't even do that shit. I just use Spotify. I use Spotify.
At least you're not using LimeWire.
Yeah, I like my laptop how it is. I'm good. We as a society have moved past the need for LimeWire. So
Dude, I remember LimeWire, man. Dude, my laptop got one hell of a virus. Like I said, I cannot wait for this sequel. I feel like the sequel has got to top this.
no, I think it will. I don't think we're gonna get the slow pace the second time around.
But the question is that who is the Joker going to be the villain, or are they going to bring in a new villain to be the main villain?
Actually, if I have to be honest, I believe Poison Ivy, right?
Hmm?
So Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze, and there's one other person I'm thinking I'm forgetting. There's one other person. Anyway, I believe that those two that I mentioned, I believe they're overdue for another movie appearance.
Yeah, because if you remember the Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze Batman with George Clooney in it was one of the worst Batman movies of all time.
Right, and art design has come so far since that movie was made. So like I think they're due for a retry.
I think so
Maybe
too.
not together, but like I just think they're overdue for it. So yeah, because I think if we get Joker right away, I think we'll be oversaturated. Because remember, We had Joker in 08. We've had Suicide Squad. I forget what year that movie came out. What was it 2017, 18?
I think 2016.
2016. There we go. And then we just had Joker. So we're already going to be oversaturated with yet another Joker main plot. So like I think give it like Batman 3. Like
Okay, I can totally see that. And of course, it was just a couple seconds ago where you saw that unknown prisoner just smile. You knew it was the Joker.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like I'm okay with him already existing in the universe. That's not a problem. But like we just don't need another Joker plot immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Because Joker feels like the main event. So like you wouldn't start the next movie with your main event. Just like how this movie didn't start with the Joker. It's the same. Just keep that logic. It's the same, and it'll work just fine. So.
No, that's not his style.
Yeah.
I like how she's only bringing one cat.
I mean, you can't take the whole litter.
No, you really can't. That kitty must have been her favorite one then.
Yeah.
This place is change. It's gonna be power grab. It'll be bloody.
So, by the way, you know what album that Nirvana song was off of, right?
It was the one with the baby. No, I'm not familiar with Nirvana.
Yeah,
I believe it was the
right.
one with the baby.
Yeah, it was called Nevermind. It was actually their second studio their second release from it.
See, I go with her. No problem. Fuck this city. You kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
But she'll be back though. She always comes back.
Oh yeah. Like I said, like I still stand by my statement, and I will always argue this with Batman fans is, you know, I truly believe that Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle are the perfect like power couple, like because from what a lot of people get to understand from like the animated series, her and like Catwoman and Batman, they kind of have this like on and off type of relationship because she's really attracted to him, and then of course Selina Kyle and Bruce Wayne, they're both intertwined with each other. They have such a good chemistry together.
Right.
Nice wind chime.
Oh yeah, that's outside. Yeah, that goes off every once in a while.
Or was that the ring?
No, that was the wind chime. I'm at my aunt's house. Like the wind chime, if it gets
I see.
It'll go off every once in a while. It's been good, thankfully, for most of the shows, so can't complain too much. I mean, and the movies are literally over, so it's fine.
Yeah, right.
So can't really be upset with that.
And this is where they part ways.
Yeah. And he doesn't want her to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
First of all, I cannot stare into I can't look into a passenger mirror that long without looking forward. But I guess when you have an empty road, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't. And there it is again. Okay. Well, the movie's
Right at
over
the
now,
end.
so it's perfect.
Right at the end.
Right at the end. Okay. All right.
All right, everybody.
Put the
That
kibosh on
is.
that. And that's
There's the
door. All right. Well, that's my cue, y'all. I'm gonna let you take it from there.
Are you really gonna let me take it from there?
Yeah, I mean, my aunt's calling. I think she needs help outside.
Okay.
So,
Well, first of all, before you get out of here, what's your review on this, real quick?
Loved it. 9.5 out of 10. You know, it's only the second best live action film, so can't complain.
There you go. All right, man. I'll let you get going, brother.
All right, take care, guys. Y'all be good.
Yep. I'll see you next Thursday.
See you next Thursday.
So there you go. KHart gives his review 9.5 out of 10. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and agree with him, and I'm going to stick with it. It's going to be 9.3 for me. This movie was absolutely brilliant. Again, the only problem with this movie that we have, just the wrong super villain. You know, we weren't really the best or the greatest Riddler fans in the world, but that is going to do it. That is The Batman. We appreciate you guys listening to this podcast, and be sure to tune in tomorrow for a new episode of BS Commentaries, where me and my friend Elisa will commentate Tim Burton's Batman. So long, everybody.